Let's share about the journey to become an entrepreneur. Most young people want to be entrepreneurs, but the question is, are you ready for a journey? Now, in my discussion today with my friend Richard,
Yes.
Richard, what do you understand by how to become an entrepreneur? Personally, we have had programs on radios and talk about ban the fear to do business. You either ban the fear
Or you ban the system.
or you ban the system, or normal versus abnormal person. We believe that normal people find it hard to become successful in that journey of entrepreneurship, or to succeed in business. It is only those that we think they are abnormal when they become so much creative, they do things that scare us, they come with innovations that sometimes challenge us, and at the end of the day, we see them succeed in business. Today, we are going to see that part of becoming a successful entrepreneur, the journey to become a successful entrepreneur. What does it really take for you or me to become a successful entrepreneur? Now, in my discussion, so many times I've talked about the fear.
Yeah.
That most of us fear to enter into businesses because we have fear. We feel like, what if things don't happen?
That's from your mindset.
So it is the issue of mindset.
Mindset, yeah.
Now, the bigger picture of business is starting from that understanding that you need to open your mind. You need to expose yourself to that mindset change. You need to understand that. Now, I normally hear people ask me that when I invest my little money and I lose it, but they never ask me when they bought cars or when someone bought a car and probably the car was not didn't return any money, and he sells it off and he's working.
Now, which means people are fearing to take the risks in business.
Actually,
So-
those who enter into business and they are ready to take risks, they are those who succeed.
Yeah.
So in business, you can't be in business if you don't accept that there are risks. Because it is true, it is clear that entrepreneurs are risk takers. And for you to start a business, you must be ready to undertake the risk.
Yeah.
You see, I have had so many people discuss about people and their success. But before you succeed, nobody understands what you are all doing or what is behind you. It is after success that everybody comes to say that we knew that you would succeed.
Or maybe sometimes people, they don't set the right strategies and the procedure how you're going to handle your business first. Then you'll find those businesses are limping. Then they are like not getting what they want to get into, what they were prospecting to the business.
Now, there is something I normally find with some people whenever I go to seminars and these public places to speak to people. Most 80%, if not 90%, of the audience that I normally interact with, when you ask them, they tell you their biggest challenge is capital.
Yeah. You can't start a business without capital.
Now, I normally find some other part that we need to understand in business. You see, in business, it is the first point is to identify where you need to start from.
Yes.
That's the first point in business. Identify where you need to start from. Then visualize where you need to be.
Your vision.
Visualize, see where do you need to be.
Yes.
Now, the other part that other people, where some other people are stuck, is at this point when they think what they should have in the future is what they should have at the start. Actually, I tell people, and whenever I'm teaching people, I tell them that in business, if you are going for entrepreneurship, is to start with the little.
The little you starting up. And most people, they think that to start a business you are supposed to be having capital.
A lot of capital.
Yes. So,
I say that is fake
That is-
because we are taught by fake
but
people.
maybe the other system, the education system.
The education system which teaches us how to look for jobs instead of teaching us how to make money for us.
There is one thing we were talking about, one of our talks, we are talking about to start a business without capital. You have a zero idea,
Zero capital,
but
Zero skills.
yeah, you enter into a business.
Now, you see, when you're starting, there are so many things that comes in the beginning. The truth of the fact remains that it is hectic to start a business. I must clear that.
Yeah.
It is hectic. It is a bit tricky. It is a bit challenging. Actually, in the beginning, you may find you are not being paid, or you are getting a lousy pay.
You're getting a peanut.
But you see, when you are in the journey to become a successful entrepreneur is to start from that point, that you are not looking at what you have today. You are working to get what you think you should get in the future. And even when the challenges are there, you are not scared of the current challenges because you are focused on the future. Because your focus is on future.
So which means you're still on the other point of your vision.
Your vision.
Yes.
You are looking at after 5 years. Now, that's why the mindset of an employee is different from the mindset of an employer.
Employee.
An employer works for future. An employee works for survival.
A paycheck.
I say that's why sometimes when people ask me that should I quit my job or I stay, I stay. I normally tell them it's about you. You have, it's
Maybe it is all about rotating around the mindset. So
because
someone might think of when you quit the job and you have nothing to do at that time, you will be lousy.
yeah,
like that.
and at some point we have people who need to understand this, that if you have a job, it does not stop you from starting a side hustle. You can start small. When the business starts picking up, you can quit your job. If you are not prepared for the hard part of the business,
You're not
if you
supposed to
just
quit.
quit anytime. Because it's not easy. Actually, in most of our businesses, in the beginning, it takes time to get money. And if you just think that you are just getting out of a job and go to business, it may be quite challenging.
Yeah, it will fail.
There is a time when I was telling people that I lost 6 kilograms when I had started a company. It was but I was not scared about what I was passing through. I was concerned about what I need to achieve. And you see, it's there are so many things that when you look at successful entrepreneurs, they have passed through hustles.
Yeah.
It's been hard. And because for you are looking at only their results, you are not looking at their challenges, which they have faced. And even in the current situation, they are still meeting challenges. Now, the biggest point that we have also to understand that the journey to become an entrepreneur, it starts from your mind.
Yeah.
What do you want? Do you want to keep being paid a paycheck, or, and surprisingly, the worst of it all, when I share about this in some of my seminars, I normally see some people shed tears.
Of course.
The transactions. Do you know what? You see, with salary, you have one key transaction. That is salary payment. And
you go to withdraw.
the next or other next payments, they are withdrawals.
Withdraws.
Now, the biggest, the advantage with an entrepreneur is
The
that
deposits.
he withdraws and deposits. Withdraws and deposits. So you have to choose. What do you want? Do you want to have one transaction as one key major transaction in a month, or you want to see these many transactions in a 1 day or a 1 hour? Actually, there are those who are making transactions, receiving money. The account is
The
receiving
only
money
transaction is receiving.
in seconds. Every second there is money getting credited on your account. That's why I say ban the fear to do business. Normal versus abnormal. It's not normal for some other people to think of that hard part of the business.